Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here with me today. Guys, happy new year. Like, we're in 2023, life is happening, everything is going on in the world, and we are just so grateful to be here today. Why do we have a video today, you ask? Today I'm just going to share with you all different type of pots that you can use as your houseplant growing pots, right? So you can use this to decorate your plants, or you can use them to just grow your plants overall. So I'm just going to share a few that I have and possibly a few that I don't have, right? I see them in nurseries, in different garden centers, but I never bought them. But still, I kind of have an idea of what they are. Some of them I've seen them at friends' houses and stuff. So let's get into this. Number one, what is it? Number one pot, we all know it. It's a clay pot, okay? A clay pot is this kind of pot. These are usually the decorative kind, okay? These are easily available for you, and you might find them in your grocery stores. You might find them in a garden center near you. What makes this good for your plants is you can store your plants in there. You can use it as a decorative material. You can also use it for those plants that need to be watered less frequently. So for example, if you have a dry, deserty plant like what do you call this, the cactus and all that, and you put it in one of these pots, I feel like it's better, it will survive better. And also, if you're a plant mom or plant dad or just a plant parent who likes watering too much, I feel like a terracotta pot is the best for you because it breathes as well. So it allows air in, air out, and it shifts with weather changes as well. So one of the downside of this pot is that it doesn't allow you to move temperatures immediately. For example, if you move it from a very cold to very hot temperatures, it's going to break or something is going to happen. For example, look at my little terracotta pot here. Yeah, this was kind of, they put a bit of concrete on top of the terracotta just to polish it up, just, for decorative purposes. But it started cracking, it has been cracking little by little, which means that this is not a treated terracotta, I believe. I don't know anything as much, but I'm just sharing what I'm assuming at this point. I assume that this was not a treated pot, that's why it's cracking easily. But if you get a good treated pot, a good treated terracotta pot, it will be good for you, okay? It'll be very easy for you. The best pot that you can get is always a terracotta pot. That good orangey colored pot, that one is very good for you because it doesn't get affected as much by the weather. We'll call it weatherproof, right? That's what we'll say, but that's pretty good. I also share a few pictures from online that I find of different terracotta pots that you can use, and I have seen some people only have terracotta pots in their homes, which is amazing. They will have like amazingly beautiful burnt orange walls just because of the pots they use, all terracotta, which is an aspiration, okay? But because I am me and I love color a little bit, I'm not going to just have one color. I'm going to allow myself to do that. So that's pretty much it about the terracotta clay pots, okay? The next pots I'll talk about, these are the readily available for you, and these are the plastic pots. So plastic, guys, if you want to grow your plants from seedling to whatever, if there's a pot that is actually, people can say, I don't know, people can fight me on this about sustainability. If it's already there with you and you don't trash it, you use it continuously, I'll tell you this, a plastic pot is going to be there with you for a very long time, because I have pots that I got for plants that are now huge, but I still use those little pots. For example, this came as a pot for something else in the house, but now it holds these little propagations that I have, right? So a plastic pot is readily available for you, very cheap as well. Your plants will grow in here happily. The only thing about plastic pots is that, I don't know how to scientifically say it, but clay pots breathers, right? They allow air in, air out. These ones, they do not, which means water is going to stay in the pot a bit longer than what it does when it's in a clay pot. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're someone who waters your plant too much, please kind of stay away from this. Or if you are a plant mom who is so busy, who doesn't want to be watering their plants continuously, this is a good option for you, especially for the plants that really enjoy that kind of environment. If you have a plant like a pothos plant, as an example, this plant does not care much about how much water you put in there, except for when you overwater it or keep the roots in the water, your leaves are going to start turning brown or start having spots, you know, all the disgustingly looking kind of things will start showing up for you. So we want to avoid that. However, generally, this pot is going to be good for you, especially around summertime. I have noticed it for myself. During summer, all my plants actually enjoy being in a plastic container more than being in a terracotta pot, because this stays a bit moist longer. Hey, the word is back. So this stays, the soil stays moist for a bit longer than when it's in a terracotta pot, right? So you decide. So I'm just going to share a few other plastic containers. In addition to that, have you noticed when you go into a store, you will see like a huge pot that looks like it's concrete or whatever, only to find out it's actually plastic when you hold it. It's very light. So if you have like a big plant that you want to put in a pot, plastic is usually the best way if you want to be able to move it around more often, because the pot will not be as heavy as any other form of material, right? So I advise that if you want lightweight, if you want durability, when it comes to like just something cheap, affordable, readily available for you, plastic is a good option. And guys, plastic does not dry quickly as any other form, right? Any other form of pot. So yeah, I just have a few. So some will come more attractive than others in general. However, you decide on what you want. You can even get this kind as well. So we are going to get to the watering kind. But yeah, so that's a plastic pot for you. Now I'll move on to the glazed ceramic. Here I am kind of like glazed ceramic and fiberglass. What is the difference again? I am not sure. I'm just going to say these are the glazed pots, all of them together. I don't know which is which. I don't know materials as much. I am not that great with these things. Okay, so for me, I'll say with glazed ceramics, this is where you get the colors. Okay, you get all the good colors. I love a colored pot. Okay, I love me a beautifully, look at this. Look at this. This is one of my favorite pots I have ever owned. I got this pot from Goodwill. I love it. It's just me. Okay, it gives me, this is my color. I love green so bad, hence why I love plants, because why not? Who doesn't love that? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, with glazed pots, you now get all the colorful, vibrant colored pots. They are usually medium weight to heavy, depending on what you get. I actually have some pots that are like so heavy that I have to lift with 2 hands like this, and they are also ceramic, right? And yeah, so these pots are something else. Look at this. Look at this pot. Okay, so I put my plastic inside this. I think you remember from the other video. Look at this. So she's such a beauty. I love her. Let me show you another one. Look at this. Isn't she pretty? I love me some glazed ceramic pots, whether these are glazed or these are, I don't know what is the difference between a glazed ceramic and fiberglass? What is the, okay, I think I'm playing dumb. I need to research about that. Maybe I shouldn't ask a question. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, okay? Then I also have one that just comes in a basic color. So this is also, you know, very good. These are readily available for you as well. They are a bit more pricier than terracotta pots. You can get these, yeah, from any garden center, from online, Amazon, wherever. You can get these pots there. But look at this plant. She's growing so well. She was so tiny when I got her. Now she is so big. I'm loving her. She's giving me bigger leaves as well compared to what I started with. I'm loving it. And also the little ones that started, they are all growing. I didn't know that the leaves will also grow. But yeah, she's giving me a little baby in there. You see, I'm deviating from the topic already. However, let's get back to this. You pay a little bit more, but these are prettier. Your plants will enjoy them. The only downside to these pots is that usually they come without holes at the bottom. So you have to be the one to make that. You have to create it yourself. For myself, I usually just put in a plastic pot inside, or if it's a plant that I know that I don't water as much, like this plant here, I will just keep it in there directly without using a plastic container, because I know I actually don't water my plants as often as I used to before. So now I trust myself. I trust that I cannot overwater my plants. At least I cannot do that. I do the opposite, which is an issue still. But yeah, so these pots are pretty good. When it comes to the pricing, it's kind of affordable, but you also get good vibrant colors. The other advantage for these pots as well is that these pots are also weatherproof, right? That word is back. And they don't really break. Like if you put them outside in the cold, put them in the heat, they don't just break like the way terracotta does. So that's the only advantage. That's the advantage for that. And if your plant loves water to be soaked in and all that, it's going to love this pot, because this pot does not dry up quicker. Like it's when you put a plant just inside, trust me, that plant is going to be wet for so long, and I don't like that. So I kind of use plastic, and even when I use plastic, I'm still like, it's too, yeah. So terracotta is always the best choice for people who like me, who are kind of like, oh my god, should I leave it alone? What if the roots rot? I don't know. So that's pretty much it about my terracotta and possibly fiberglass pots that might be in the mix. I don't know, guys. It doesn't matter. What really matters is we're talking about pots. Let's get into this. So the next pot is going to be a concrete one. So concrete is beautiful, guys. Look at this. Isn't she lovely? You remember this plant? Yes. So this is a neon, and I put her in this concrete pot that I got from Lowe's. This pot, when they are smaller like this, it's better. They are not as heavy. The bigger they become, the heavier they become. So when you get this pot, just know that you also want this pot to stay wherever you put it. For example, I am so in love with those antique vases. I will find a picture and insert somewhere, and those antique vases that are like concrete, they give me life. I enjoy that. I enjoy looking at that. I enjoy seeing it. But I'm like, when I get that, who's going to put it in the car? Who's going to put it in my house? Because they are so heavy. So I'm always like, okay, all right, I'll enjoy you at the store and leave you for now until I have a permanent home where I know when I put you in this corner, I'll never have to move you again. So that's pretty much it with concrete. But concrete is pretty good too for your plants. It's very durable. When you get it hardly breaks. You know, it works. It does the thing. Also, it becomes more expensive with bigger sizes that you pick, so just be aware of that as well. What else is there? What other pots exist? Okay, just special mentions can be a foam plant pot. I'll find some pictures or videos and that kind of material for your pots. And this is also very good for foam material. It's pretty good for you. Your plants are going to grow, and also the foam comes with insulation. This insulation allows your plants to be protected from heat and cold, which is amazing for your plants. And the prices are very, affordable. You can actually have fun with that. And yeah, but their designs are not as, they're not usually the greatest, but they work, they do the thing. But they do come in variety of styles. I'll try to find a few pictures for you. Another material that people use is metal. Metal is pretty good. Especially when you find very good quality material, you can use as your container for plants. Trust me, that lead yeah, I think lead is not good for you, right? But those materials we used to use lead. I don't know now, but I'll find out. I'll find some pictures and insert for you guys, and it's the best. Metal is pretty good. It also comes with a bit of insulation. If you protect the material with a bit of plastic, it allows you to insulate your plant. However, what I've noticed from metal, if you don't protect it in any way, metal is going to also have like problems with either it's going to be retaining heat, which allows the plant pot to be very hot and the roots are not as protected, and when it's cold it also gets cold, the roots are not protected, or the container is actually just going to deteriorate, and and the next thing we have a mess. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. It's also a danger to you, a hazardous to you. So please find good quality metal. As it ages, it's going to also get weaker and weaker. And besides that, we can talk about whiskey barrels. Whiskey, wine barrel, whatever version of a barrel you find, that is pretty good. I think I like that look. I like the look of the barrels. You can use that for your tomato garden. You can use that for your veggies. You can use that for your plants. But I would advise that use it outside. When it's outside, it's better because the barrels, it's wood. The only disadvantage, I think, with wood is that wood gets more vulnerable with time if it's not protected wood, and especially when you're putting water to it, it's going to be decaying little by little with time. So yeah, wood is not as as durable as metal or clay, or plastic, but still it's a pretty good way. It's a good way to also save on material because it comes affordable. Usually you don't have to spend a lot of money on that. And special mention time, I want to mention the self-watering containers. These can be plastic, this can be metal, this can be ceramic, this can be clay. Can I have a song in my name? So yeah, so these self-watering pots are pretty good because all you do is you open here and you put your water there, and the plant is going to absorb the water from the bottom up. And this is a time saver for people who are like, oh my God, I don't water my plants on time. I don't have time to water my plants every single time. I cannot check on my plants every day. All of that is me. So this pot is usually the best way. I even have another one that I got rid of the plant that was in there. So I'm going to put my Syngonium in here because that's the one plant that I love wholeheartedly, but I never water enough. So we're putting her in here, and I will never complain about that again because every other plant that is in a self-watering pot is doing good and is healthy. So yeah, self-watering pots are mostly available to you in almost every store that is a garden center. Plastic especially is very there. These are from Dollar Tree. This pot is from Dollar Tree. I got these from Dollar Tree just because of the color. I was like, you look kind of terracotta-ish, even though you're not. So the plastic for this pot is pretty good because it doesn't break. It doesn't, it's not like very cheap. Obviously it's cheap, but plastic is plastic. It's not just going to, to crack or something, right? Unless you do something to it. So I like that this pot is going to be here with me for a while. I've broken some terracotta pots before, but plastic is still here. I'm not rooting for plastic, but I'm just saying it's more affordable and more durable if you need it, right? Anyway, that's it for, there are different kinds of watering pots. I'm going to find some and insert pictures or something here just for you to know as well, to find options for whenever you are shopping around. And then besides having pots, right, why can't we talk about having your plants in a glass, having your plants in a cup, having your plant in a plate? You can have a bowl as a plant pot. You can have glass, you can have a vase, you can have whatever you want, as long as your plant fits. Trust me, I see people now use their shoes, people use boxes, people use drawers. People are now becoming more creative when it comes to where to put their plants because they're just bored of the same thing. So yeah, you can put wherever you want. So this is amazing. I love you seeing the roots. I love seeing them grow, and I'm just like, I can watch you every day. I don't mind that. So I can keep you in a glass for as long as I can. As long as I can, I'm going to do that. So for now, this one lives here, even though I feel like it's time to put her in soil. But because I already have 2 monstera plants standing, I'm not going to do that. She's going to stay in the glass for a long time. We'll see what happens. I've seen some people on Instagram who have their plants in water, and they actually move them from this to a bigger pot, to a bigger pot, to a bigger glass, a bigger vase, and the plant is just growing. So sometimes you don't really need to have soil for your plant to grow, as long as you can take care of it in water. So yeah, guys, I feel like I have talked too much for one day. So with this, I am so happy that you're here with me and you watched this video until this point. If you did, just say hello to me in the comment section, because I will respond to you. And I'm so happy that you're here with me in 2023. Guys, I am ready for this year. I'm ready to just share a few things from my own plants and also from research. Now I'm going to start researching a little bit more, guys, because I can't keep on saying things off my head. Like, what do I know? I'll be lying to you and all that. So I need to start reading a bit more about plants and all that, because I also want a real garden this year. So we're going to see what happens. I need to really study my agriculture that I missed in school. I miss that calling. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that you're here with me in 2023, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for always being there, for sharing, for commenting, and all of it. I am seeing the subscriber count going up one at a time. I'm so happy. I'm so appreciative. One day we'll wake up and we're like, how did we get here? And we'll still be together no matter what. So thank you. Enjoy your new year. I hope to see you again very soon with another video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.